from small strip clubs to small clubs to small venues to arenas. Ladies and gentlemen, French Montana.
Long way from the Cocaine City DVDs.
Absolutely.
What a drink at.
You want to drink?
You want to drink? Yeah, because we're celebrating, right? Excuse my French.
Yeah,
By the way, I was reading the reviews. You got some phenomenal reviews on the album.
Oh, thank you, man.
You guys put together a hell of an album.
Man,
it feels good because there were a lot of non-believers at first.
Yeah, still a lot of non-believers.
Not coincidence. It came out the same day as Big's birthday and Max B's birthday. Coincidence or calculated?
Actually, the Max B, I don't know. I gotta ask Puff because they gave
Just
me
move your
the
phone,
date.
French, move your phone.
Because they gave me the date. But as far as Max B, I found out last month it was his birthday.
Wow.
Actually, I just got off the phone with him just now.
Wow.
Right before I was like, yo, could you call back this and that? He was like, nah, you know I can't.
You can't just call you.
Can I call back on him?
That's gotta be like some hip hop gods blessing the situation type thing, man.
Not for real. It was just like it just happened. It wasn't planned.
I'm not gonna lie, Fred. When you first came out, I said, Fred's got a couple records, but I didn't think he was gonna be consistent like this.
Yeah.
Like, you consistently put out great records.
Yeah, back to back.
Now how was working doing your record process? Because you recorded with Puff a little bit, you recorded with Ross a little bit, you had RPA in your back pocket. Like you done so much.
Yeah, I mean they've been in the game for so long, man. So I just try to cut my losses by listening to them and avoiding them kind of problems that that I would be making if I was trying to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you and
By
50
cut your losses, do you mean just sign off on all your publishers?
Yeah.
Now, when you and 50 was going through it, 50 said, you never do a record by yourself, and you still did you. You didn't really look at anything he did because you still did records with people and you made smashes. When he said that, well, you were like, damn, the next single got to be by myself.
Nah, I ain't worried about none.
Which is a big record, and that's about you by yourself.
So now I'm waiting for the next thing. Now I'm waiting for them to come.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with not doing records by yourself. You like the DJ Khaled of rappers.
Nah.
DJ Khaled
Yeah, come on, like the way Khaled can get everybody together, like you.
Nah, but
that's a gift, yo.
But Khaled doesn't rap.
If you was a fan, you would know that I got 13 mixtapes. You would know that I got Everything's a Go by myself. Shot Caller was me by myself.
Absolutely.
I made Somebody Hot that was on Shot Caller. Chop It Out was me by myself. I have records by myself. My first single was Pop That. My official single was Pop That. That was a record. I just played it for Drake and Ross and them because they was around. We was going on tour and all that, and they jumped on it. If somebody's with me in the studio, we all getting high and drunk. I'm not going to tell you get in the booth and record. That's how we make music. And once that happens, I'm not going to take you off. So that's how it happens. I'm just cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying?
It's not hard to be in a booth recording when you're high and drunk?
Nah.
You work better that way?
Yeah,
I think rappers been doing that for years. Yeah,
I mean, look, I've seen artists that have to go and do a show and they're too high and drunk to perform properly and then they're embarrassed later on. And so I would assume that in the studio it would be the same way.
Then, I ain't worried about nothing. Came in 2 weeks, the hottest record in the club. Am I wrong?
Nah, not at all.
Now I also feel like French Montana, with your album out and all the attention that you've been getting lately, a lot of people are targeting you. And they're coming at you, people that you used to work with, from the Coke Boys, and they're going at you, doing diss records about you, probably trying to get a response. How do you feel about all of that?
I ain't worried about none. I ain't worried about none.
Now, you remember when we had French up here about 2 years ago, and back then he said he feel like he could do over 200,000 in a week. What you feel like now?
You can't really call it. I'm just, you know what it is? Keep it honest with you. I'm just celebrating the fact that I dropped the album today. That's a blessing in making it within itself. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm from, we ain't had nobody since Big Pun, and you know what I'm saying? Things like that.
And we appreciate French. French actually did our first show, our 1 year anniversary.
Absolutely.
When a lot of people were shaky to represent with us, you actually stood on your own, and he did it for free.
Yep.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that now.
That's that all the way up.
Well, he ain't gonna do it now for free.
Came through, showed the love, you know what I'm saying? Breakfast Club.
How much input did Diddy and Russ have on the album? Was it mostly you, or did they?
Nah, honestly, it was me and Harpier working in there the whole time. If we really have like a serious question or something that we're concerned about, we just hit them, and they give us the best advice. But I kept the creative control myself with the album.
Does that mean you're gonna have other artists that you're putting out too, being that you just put together this whole?
Of course,
Change drugs.
Definitely change drugs.
You just signed somebody new.
It was just signed Lil Durk.
Now where's Lil Durk from?
Chicago.
Now, how did that hook up?
You know, the whole Chicago movement, I was always a fan, you know what I'm saying? And Gabi knew him and I knew him, you know what I'm saying? And I love his music.
I'm scared of them little like Dirk, Keith,
Yeah.
Reese.
Yeah.
That whole them Chicago hooligans
It's
is a
wild
different type
out
of
there.
hooligan. Absolutely.
It's definitely wild out there.
You go out there to hang out?
Yeah.
You better man than me, French.
It's all love. You know, you gotta go out there, you gotta show love to the people, man.
Now, where's Trina at today?
Stop.
Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Let's talk about how, man, French Montana just made me reevaluate my whole life. Last time he was here, I went downstairs, he had the ghost outside.
The car.
Yeah, but that beautiful thing in there.
Nah,
The lady.
man.
That beautiful thing in there.
I was just chilling, man. I just be chilling, man.
But I was thinking that maybe y'all are doing some business together as well. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing some business together, Yee.
yeah.
Sign of the
Yeah.
Coke Boys. Coke
I-
Boys MMG collaboration.
I think we about to make that announcement.
Oh, really?
Nah.
Okay.
Mixing business with pleasure. I like it.
Nah, it's strictly business.
Now, are you back in New York? Because I know you dip and dive from New York to Atlanta to Miami. Because you said you would never leave New York. I know a lot of artists have left New York.
Man, it just be cold. But
It's hot now, French, man. It's 80
I'm good.
degrees today.
I mean, I can't leave New York. It's impossible, man. You
Do you
can't
like
just-
New York though? Because I mean, you know, it's
You like
difficult
New
with the
York?
clubs. No, it's difficult being an
just feel
artist in
like-
New York.
He still get love in the streets, unlike you, Envy. That's
I
why.
still do too. Ask French all the dirty, grimy spots he didn't see me in.
Nah, he do. He be in the little spots.
Absolutely.
Well, let me stay out of these spots that you guys be in then.
Oh, stop it.
It's
Just
time to
ne-
mind my business.
Ain't no way you gonna make more money than you gonna make in New York. Everything you need is here. That's why I love it.
That is no, that's a good point. I do feel like there's always something happening in New York and always something to do here.
Yeah.
But you probably, traveling in and out of town is pretty easy to do from here too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love Miami. I would definitely, you know what I'm saying, try to get me a crib in Miami, but I ain't gonna leave New York. Impossible, Dad. You can't. The heart of New York can't leave New York.
You know, once you move to Miami, you're gonna be forced to meet Trina's family. You got to meet her mom.
Stop, man.
You know that's next. You can't. You know if you want to make that move yet.
Nah, I'm about to bust a move on you.
You need somebody, yo.
You just got
stop
butt
it.
shots.
Yeah.
Look at
No,
your
I
butt.
did
You just
not.
got some butt shots.
Butt shots, stop it.
That might be kind of awkward to be in the studio with Vado though. If you try to kick it, you know that. Vado when he had a
Plus,
thing
me and
going
Trina
on.
are really, she's
That's
pretty
my
cool
dog.
with me.
Vado, my dog. He ain't gonna mind.
Oh, really?
How do you feel about all the New York artists? Like it seems like migrating down south. Like, because to me, it's like, why is New York executives letting all that talent leave New York?
New York always been like that. Sometimes you gotta get hot somewhere else for them to embrace you.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's always like that. I mean, the game is different now, man. You know, people want to club music and this and that. It's not the same New York music no more. So, I mean, I'm probably like one of the only few artists that get played down south and the West Coast and this and that. Like New York rap don't make it that far past the East Coast.
How do you feel about the projections for album sales? How much does that matter to you?
I don't really care, 'cause as long as I know I got a classic album, I know it's gonna do what it's gonna do.
And you're going to make some money off of it regardless.
Yeah, I
Shows.
mean,
Every record we heard so far, I mean, I have to say that.
Pop That made enough
was
money,
good
though, that you
records,
don't even...
Dope records.
yeah,
Was dope records. Now,
Definitely.
speaking of Pop That, Uncle Luke,
Yeah.
was he mad about that record? Because I know he said that you invited him to the video. He didn't come to the video. Was ever a situation a problem?
I don't know what it is with him. I guess he tried to. I don't know. I guess he tried to get a little buzz or something. I don't know what's going on. I showed him wild, crazy love.
Right.
Like I brought him out in the BET Awards when nobody was even checking for him. You know what I'm saying? Showed him love when the BET was like, no, you can't bring him out.
Right.
So we still did it, fought for it, me and Puff and everybody. I never had no problem with him. Then after all that happened, he gonna come out and say French owe me money, this and that.
You
Like,
didn't get paid.
yeah.
But I don't know who has his publishing or who you have to pay
Yeah,
for
but
that.
first of all, if Uncle Luke could sue me for that, he would have sued me already. Like,
Were there other-
who don't want to get paid?
Right.
You're right.
And I'm sure Diddy knows he got to clear some things, I'm
Yeah,
sure he's not going
but-
to let that slide if it wasn't...
But whoever handles his business, we handle the business. So what was the problem?
Are there other songs that could have been...
He doesn't own the master.
Uh-oh.
Are there other samples that couldn't get cleared for songs that should have been on the album, you feel like?
I feel like you left a lot of heat off the album. The album's dope. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like it's a lot of joints like
Yeah.
State
I'm
of
sure
Mind.
there's issues always.
Yeah, that was the mixtape. The only record that didn't make it was Lana Del Rey. This record I had with Lana Del Rey, she didn't want to clear it. It was me, Snoop, and Wiz. That was the only record. Everything else made it. Made sure Max made it. Made sure everybody made it.
What's up with Miley Cyrus, man?
Wait,
What is
wait,
that? A collab?
Wait, hold on. You had to get Max cleared though, didn't you?
Yeah, cleared them.
Through who?
Through Malcolm Digital.
Oh, I thought he was signing Jim for stuff.
Yeah, and I think he out that deal with Jim.
Okay.
So Miley Cyrus, is that a musical collaboration? You smashing her too? Like what's going on?
Man, I'm just living.
He having a time of his life. You can't be mad at him, man.
I'm not
You know
gonna lie.
what I'm
French
saying?
Montana be doing a lot in these streets with the ladies.
Man, I mean, I just came out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a relationship for like 6 years before this. I'm in the game now. I don't want no
hates you.
relationship.
I seen her on World Star Wild.
Yeah, she was wilding on me. But I got nothing but love for her. That's you know, that's my baby mother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing but respect. I got
I know
a lot of
because
love for her.
you gotta try to get along with somebody. They have your child, you know.
Of
And
course.
she
I
gonna
mean-
keep blasting you on Twitter if you don't.
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna sit here and act like she's the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? On earth, but you know, we was cool, real tight at once. You know, things just happen.
She probably just get mad when she see you running around doing other stuff. You guys aren't together anymore. That's not a good feeling. She probably want to be there now. You know, everything is going so well.
I mean, every time you put on me a takeout or something, got me in there with a different chick. You know, she probably look at that going crazy. Like, I mean, this, you know, only a few people could deal with this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? When you with somebody.
And your boss is one of them. You need to sit down and get advice from Diddy because Diddy does it the best.
Oh, nah, he
Diddy be
do
on
it.
vacation with all his baby
That's
moms,
my idol.
girls. He's the best.
Diddy is my idol.
He also pay a lot of child support.
But
though.
he got
You
it.
can't really
That's what
complain.
you have to-
But I'm
that's what makes
saying,
you
as a
work harder.
woman, you're like, all right, well, you know.
Hey, just keep dropping bags off at the baby mama house. She'll be fine.
I seen a picture with you the other day with Joel Santana.
Yep.
So you and Joel's are cool, because I seen the picture kind of surprised. I was like, damn, I didn't know they was cool. I thought, you know, the whole...
Yeah, and we got a couple records together. We about to drop.
Wow.
And you and 50 made up too, which is, you know.
I don't know if I make it made up.
Okay, but you squashed it.
Yeah, I don't got no problem with him. We don't got.
It's like you don't really
we don't gotta do no records together. We don't gotta do nothing. You just stay where you are, stay where I'm at. I'm
Right.
good.
You don't really. It seems like you don't really want to have problems with anybody right now. You just want to.
When you making money, who want problems? I was bored back then.
Right.
You've come a long way from the Cocaine City DVD. That's when you
Yeah,
want
like they
problems,
act,
friend.
like they act like we wasn't really in these streets handling these problems. Like we was always out here. I live in New York where everybody that we have problems with live here. For how many years? We all go to the same clubs. Monday night, you know what club is popping. Tuesday night, nothing never happens with nobody.
So you and Jim done too?
I have no problem with nobody.
Right.
Because when I seen the Joel's picture, it was a relief. Because I was in the club with Joel's the other night, and I'm about to play a record. I'm like, damn, if I play this record, I'm like, damn, I wonder if Joel's gonna, like, what's his reaction gonna be? Because it's a big record. But when I played it, his reaction was like the club, like he was wilding. So I was like, you know, that's a good. So when I seen the picture, it made me feel like New York is coming back to just making good music, and I'm glad that you guys are in the studio doing records with each other.
Yeah, man. I always loved Joel's music. You know what I'm saying? I never really had no problems with him, Cam, nobody. It was just like the situation with me. It was Max. You know, Max had the situation with Jim, and it was just, you know, guilty by affiliation. That's how that whole thing was. But I never really had no problems with nobody.
Right.
Any news on Mac's case?
I mean, I just spoke to him today. He's still fighting the pill.
Does it ever concern you when you go out that you have to be extra careful, though? You know, with people. That...
I mean, the other night where I went to Greenhouse. I saw Chrissy there. I gave her like, "Yo, what's up?" It ain't nothing like, I don't be looking to, you know what I'm saying? It be love with people. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to be from nobody in New York.
Not that you're trying to be, but do you feel like sometimes when you go out, you have to be super careful? Like, I don't want anybody to catch me slipping, catch me off guard.
Nah, but you do that regardless, even if you're not beefing with rappers.
No, right up.
That you got to do it more when you're not beefing, because you don't know where it's coming from.
Absolutely. And you lost some weight.
Of course.
You lost some weight.
You know
You was about 70 pounds heavier before.
And I had to
Listen, you
get
can't be out
ready.
here banging Miley Cyrus and Trina and all these chicks and not be in shape.
Man, stop.
What do you do to lose weight anyway? Change your diet, work out?
Man, there's a thing called when the money start coming in,
You got a nutritionist?
you get in shape fast.
Some people get more out of shape when the money start coming in. Eating good, chilling.
Nah.
So what's next for French musically, man? You got to have a plan. Excuse My French is out.
Right now we about to do the whole Coke Boy deal. You know what I'm saying?
Where's that going? I seen you hugging a lot of Def Jam executives recently.
Yeah, shout out to Peck House, man. We try to go over there, we try to keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? But definitely shout out to Birdman, shout out to Rose. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike from Atlantic, Kaza. I mean, you know.
Yeah, so you wouldn't want to do it with Diddy?
Of course. It's whoever. Look, man. This is straight business because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's other artists that gotta feed their family.
Right.
So I don't make them kind of decisions.
You got to spread your seeds around sometimes
Yeah.
too.
All I could do is be like, look, this is what it is, and they're gonna make the decisions. Right?
What I like about French that I don't see in a lot of other New York artists is you don't mind networking. You don't mind going out there, kicking it with different people, kicking it with different folk. We had this conversation with Fab, and Envy feels the same way. He don't like to ask nobody for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't like networking.
Nah, I mean, you gotta network, man. How you gonna expand if you don't network? People, I mean, even when you in the streets, it depends on how many blocks and how many states you got for you to get some real money. So you got, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is with people.
But French ain't networking like he ain't to network. He made himself hot, and then it kind of came to him.
It's some real. Yeah.
He ain't do that. He was, there's a lot of guys that are to get a deal or get their situations done, but he made himself hot, and they kind of came to him.
And I'm sure there's people that you asked for stuff from previously, and then once you started popping off, they came back like, oh, so let's do something now.
Of course, plenty of them.
Because don't get it twisted, French was banned from radio stations at one time.
Listen, I don't think a lot of people expected French to be in this position he in right now.
That's why I said just by me dropping this album today, it was me. I made it. I don't really care whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand. I went from the most blackballed. Like, let's get that correct.
Very.
Nobody.
I remember I interviewed you and I got some phone calls of people that don't like you.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like
mad.
People would make it their business to call up the radio station and say, do not play French Montana.
Because of what you used to put on the Cocaine City DVDs?
That's because I don't know what it was. But it was blackballed. I never knew what blackball was
until then.
Until then.
Yeah.
So we had to build it right back up.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you come from the ground. Like, I remember the first time I met French was in Dame Grease studio in Yonkers somewhere.
In a hole in the wall.
In a hole in the wall. And it's good to see you get be here.
Yeah, Max B was there.
Max B was there, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, the album's in stores right now. Excuse my French. And it's the Breakfast Club. It's Power 105.1. It's French Montana.